Welcome to Majesta's news program, where we give you the most updated news from around the world. I'm your host, Abiy Ghazalee, and I'll accompany you for the next few minutes with some information I have. On Sunday morning, October 22nd, 2023, the Israeli military launched an airstrike on northern Gaza. They said that in this northern region, Hamas was hiding by building a network of secret tunnels. Israel continues to call on civilians in Gaza to immediately leave for the south. So far, more than 600,000 residents of northern Gaza out of 1.1 million residents have fled to the south. This means that there are still around 400,000 Palestinians who remain in northern Gaza and are vulnerable to being victims of Israeli attacks. Israel's attacks are now getting worse. The country carried out one of its deadliest nights of bombing against the Palestinian Hamas group. According to the Hamas-run health ministry, at least 400 Palestinians have died in Gaza in the last 24 hours. The deadly attack took place as two hostages were freed amid talks to secure the release of dozens of other hostages. Now, about half of the housing stock in the region and much of the coastal area is covered in a great dusting of debris. Apart from carrying out air attacks, the Israeli army also began to move by land. Israeli troops began to enter Gaza and there was armed contact with Hamas militia Sunday evening, October 22, 2023. Hamas armed wing, the Izz al-Din al-Qassam Brigade, said its fighters were involved in armed contact with Israeli troops who had infiltrated Gaza. Earlier on Monday, the Israeli military said that in the past 24 hours, it had struck more than 320 targets in Gaza, including a tunnel housing Hamas fighters, dozens of command and reconnaissance posts, as well as mortar and anti-tank missile launch positions. Israeli airstrikes hit the densely populated Jabalia refugee camp in the Gaza Strip on Tuesday, October 31, 2023, killing at least 50 Palestinians. Israel claims the attack killed a Hamas commander. As a result of the attack near the Indonesian hospital, medical officers faced difficulties treating more than 100 injured victims amid a lack of medicine and health facilities. Israeli tanks have been in action in Gaza for at least 4 days after weeks of several bombardments in retaliation for Hamas attacks on Israeli civilians on October 7, 2023, and the taking of more than 200 people hostage. The Israeli Defense Forces said the attack was on Jabalia, the largest refugee camp in Gaza, has killed Ibrahim Biari. It is said he was the leader of what it called a deadly terror attack on October 7th. Viewers, the conflict between Palestine and Israel is not over yet. Let us help the victims by sending prayers and donations to them. For further information and other relevant information, you can visit the website www.majestanews.co.id. Well, viewers, that's all the news for today. Thanks for watching and have a good day.